It's a pilot project in St. Anna's Kinderspital, Children's Hospital, which is specialized on children's cancer. And what we did is we put some RFID chips into a stuffed animal to identify the patients. And the patients went to the TV set with their animal, and the media platform recognizes the age, the language. There are not just German-speaking children, the child's illness, and delivers the appropriate content, which is a very funny thing. And the most popular content, beside all the Buena Vista content we got from Buena Vista, Austria, was a user-generated content from the doctors and researchers of St. Anna Children's Hospital, which was called The Way of Blood. What happens to the blood in the St. Anna Kinderspital, which delivers a lot of information to the patients. And they liked it with the animals, and I mean, she's okay again, so that's a good sign. Another thing for user-generated content could be the reuse of already produced content. And this is something we have in our service in a few weeks. And the story is Lena, by accident, it's the name of my daughter, makes a trip to Vienna and takes some pictures. Then coming back to, let's say, Maastricht, for example, she shows the photos to her mother, but she does this in a cafe, in a coffee shop or wherever. To her boyfriend, she shows the pictures via web service, because her friend is on the web all day long, so therefore it's the natural way to do this. And to his father, the father is divorced from the mother due to the fact he is watching all day long, she brings the photos to the TV set. So it has nothing to do with the traditional television stuff, but in fact brings content to the TV set, which is the main, let's say, media for many people, at least for older people. They are not so familiar with PC sets or so. But on the other hand, we have the megatrend of digital photos. So what happened to me is my mother asked me whether she could see some photos from my daughter. And I said to my mother, hey, I have it on my laptop, and I will not bring my laptop if I visit you. So what I can do is I can at least invent, when not innovate, a service where you can watch photos from Lena on your TV set. That's another stuff. Okay. It's the conclusion, but I have some backup stuff if it's necessary. First of all, innovation has to have impact. Otherwise, it's no innovation. And as the value chain of IPTV shows, and this is not so complex as it looks like, the impact is not limited to the competitors in their own field to other telcos, but it has impact to competitors in quite different markets. For example, to TV stations, or to the content industry, or to the advertising industry. So this is a real innovation. And as Peter Drucker meant, I mean, it's easy said, but not to do. The important thing is to identify the future that has already happened and to develop a methodology for perceiving and analyzing these changes. So if you are in a, let's say, television company and you don't see the rising of IPTV, then maybe you did a wrong job, at least if you're a business developer. So you have to see what happens in other markets as well. Okay. Well, I have two kinds of backups. I would like to let you choose. First, I could show you the value chain, the development of the value chain of IPTV compared to the old value chain of television. Or the other stuff is regarding more what's the issue with content, which content will be of importance for the next years. Who is for the value chain? Hands up, please. Who doesn't want to vote? Hands up, please. And who is more interested in the media stuff? thank you very much for those. Finding the right content, that's our business. And this is one of the first program guides ever. It was, at least if the source internet can be trusted. It has been issued in June 1941 in New York. It's WNPT program, and it had sports, shows, etc. More or less like TV program has today, except advertisements, and there were no news. Attached to this program guide was an opinion card, where the watchers were asked which of the contents they had is of interest to the people. And the funny thing is that today we are in the same situation as the television makers in the 1940s. The difference is that yesterday's content is today's content and today's services. So services like the photos, are they of relevance to the people or not? Are they of value or not? And that's our business. That's managing innovation. If we have the right services, then we will have success. Otherwise, we will have not. Well, for finding the right contents, we have 4 concepts. The first concept is the very old lean back. We believe that's a British family due to the carpets over there. That's the typical lean back consumption. Some of them even don't watch, he's sleeping, okay? On the other hand, lean forward. This is the new world of Telekom Austria, you know, 2 children and everything fine. But the thing is, interactive TV offers some interaction, but action is not a must. That's important. Television is a lean back media. It's not a lean forward media. Therefore, interaction maybe is not the best idea for IPTV. That's my favorite. Social currency. Douglas Rushkoff claimed it. We think to understand what a medium is. We think a medium is something which delivers content. But content is a medium in itself. Okay? Content is just a medium for interaction between people. So tomorrow, for example, I will tell my colleagues of Stefan's presentation. So therefore, it's good content because I will talk about this content. Otherwise, if no one talks about this content, it's not of relevance. It's an excuse to start a discussion with that attractive person at the table next to you or whatever. Well, the long tail. That's the most famous concept for IPTV, but I think it's not valid for IPTV. Who of you knows the long tail concept? Who of you does not? Okay, so at least, so Chris Anderson wrote it down in Wired in October 2004, and he did it for the music industry. That's important, and for the music industry over the web as well. Here you have the titles you may buy, ranked by popularity. The first, the most important title was here, and the sales you did per title. And then you get a curve like this. And then he made a border. And on the left side of the border, you have all titles which are available via online services or via shops as well. And on the right side, you have titles which are just where you can buy those titles just over the internet. So he meant obscure products you can't buy anywhere but online. Yeah. And the funny thing is that the area under the curve, which represents more or less the revenues, is the same size on both sides. But this has nothing to do with IPTV, because how can you find all these titles on a TV set, at least right now? So you have to have a PC or a keyboard or stuff like that for finding all these titles. So it's